Well, we're going to serve up yet more tennis for our final offering on Netflix. We have a new feature-length documentary. It's called Chris Martina, The Final Set. And here's a clip.
In the beginning, it was fine for me to be friends with her because I was better than her.
That hurt. I knew that I needed to be more of a killer instinct.
It was the lowest of lows in our relationship.
Chris was the enemy, and she's the one that I had to beat to get to number one.
They do some damage to each other emotionally.
If you want to be great at something, you give up things. Sometimes it takes terrible things to happen for you to realize how you really feel about things.
Well, Ian, this got me quite teary. I'm not going to lie. Very, very quickly as well. It's not for the faint-hearted because I think I didn't actually realise exactly what I was watching. I thought it would just be a documentary about these two, about their rivalry, in the court and presumably off the court. But of course, actually what I did come to learn is that Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova were really quite good friends. And then that got a bit tricky. When one of them got a bit better than the other one, it became just that little bit awkward and uncomfortable. And again, it sort of shines a spotlight on not the industry, but being in the spotlight, actually, not the industry, but how much pressure there is. These are young people in this business, and they need protecting, and everyone's thought they're the big new thing. Everyone's pouring, there's column inches after column inch about them, about their life, about their personal life, about absolutely everything. And so you kind of really get caught up in that quite quickly. But then it what actually kind of hit me, and what I didn't realise this was about, is that whilst they became great friends, but also supporting each other at one stage and then falling out, their biggest fight for support was when they both received cancer diagnoses and started undergoing treatment. And this documentary takes you on that journey. You see a very, very vulnerable and candid account of what they're both going through. And frankly, it is their toughest battle yet. Chris Evert, she's had treatment for ovarian cancer, and Navratilova is thankfully clear of throat and breast cancer. But that, they say health is wealth. It's so true. You are nothing without it, are you? And so they've had these incredible careers, but here they are both fighting something that is just horrific for both of them. Then you see behind the curtain, you see in those hospital wards, you see those lowest moments. And I would say I was reduced to tears really quickly. And this wasn't exactly what I expected, but I absolutely loved it. I came away feeling like I'd really got to know them and understood what they've been through all these years. What did you think, Ian?
Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? And as you say, it's incredibly moving. I mean, I was in tears watching it. And both of them had a tough time of it while they were playing, because Chris Evert sort of burst onto the scene as a teenager and was like kind of the pin-up girl in a way. But she was sort of ostracised by the other older players who kind of resented her coming, so this youngster beating them. And the press kind of called her the Ice Maiden because they thought she didn't show any kind of emotion on the court. And then Martina, of course, defected from communist Czechoslovakia. So, and people were critical of the fact that she was very physical, she was very muscly, this new style of playing, and the fact that she'd come from a communist country, all pretty unpleasant stuff. And of course, she had to, for a while, kept her sexuality under wraps because, again, homophobia, of course. So, and I've always loved Martina. I mean, she's just an amazing person and a great ambassador for the game of tennis. And yeah, as you say, I mean, when you see these kind of amazing pictures of Chris back in the day, and then you see her undergoing the treatment and she's lost all her hair, and it's just, yeah, it's tough, So. But yeah, they have a lovely relationship. And yeah, you got the likes of Billie Jean King, who again is an absolute legend of the women's game and achieved so much for the women's game. John McEnroe, of course, and of course, Chris Evert married John Lloyd, didn't she? The British player back in the day. That was her first marriage, I think. So yeah, you've got some great archive footage of them in action. And as you say, like they're letting the cameras in to these very private moments where they're having medical treatment. Is impressive. A really nice sports documentary, but so much more.